Okay, day 195, part 3. One of the things I also wanted to talk about was offing the expenses of rat lines onto the government. In foreign countries, what DynCorp was allowed to do is basically use the police forces that they were training to exact taxes on the country, and so the country was actually paying for the enforcement network. But then someone had the bright idea, well, why don't we make all the people involved in our rat line confidential informants? If we make them confidential informants, then we can say that it's part of national security and then have that part of the rat line. So 9/10 of the rat line is informants and operatives. So we'll just we'll just put those off book as well. We'll co-opt the government expenses for those as well. Well, if you're running a rat line in the United States and you go, well, we've got the sheriffs, okay, the government's paying for that part of the rat line. Couldn't we do the same thing? Couldn't we have confidential informants working anti-terrorism and teach these folks doing some, light surveillance, just, waiting at a location until somebody shows up and sending a text saying they're there, that kind of thing. Low level relay work, what they used to call relay work. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened. Dana Priest, a great journalist from the Washington Post, did an expose called Top Secret America in 2017. So we really haven't had any work on this since 2017. But what she outlined was these 2,000 private companies. It's basically a retirement plan for people in the intelligence community. Basically, they go start a security company, and there's these massive security companies, like the one that Snowden worked for, and G4S and these mega companies. But then they hire a whole Christmas tree of security companies below them. And at the street level, it could be, you can hire a landscaper with 8 lawn cutters as your security company, as your rat line. And again, if I'm sitting at a 7-Eleven waiting for a car to show up with a certain license plate, and then it shows up, and then I text that back to whoever owns my quote-unquote security company, I just made, $15 an hour for 2 hours. That's $30. That allows me to buy supply when it comes in. So it's also kind of a jobs program. And it's kind of an ingenious jobs program of kind of putting the cost of running the rat line onto the people of the United States rather than paying that and reducing profit. So I just thought I would throw that in. Oh, by the way, those number of private security companies in America through DHS, Department of Homeland Security, has gone from 2,200 when she wrote the article up to around, I think the company that was tracking it in Ohio, it was around 7,000 in 2016 or 15 maybe. I'm guessing that is a numbers around 10,000. Now that's 10,000 organizations, not employees. The number of employees I would guess is about 100 per, but no accounting, black budget, DynCorp. We have no idea how much money is actually being spent. But why not employ your rat line? That way they have money to buy the stuff that you're bringing in. Also, by the way, the contacts with the Awans, with their ability to reach into the DHS system, would be a fantastic way of managing your rat lines. You could see all your people, all your payments, where your people are, what they've earned to date, all those kind of important things. And again, it's just taking what's been done overseas with DynCorp and bringing it to the United States.